Hello, welcome Solex Nation. We had a great Golden Hire call last Thursday where we covered a lot of information, and we want to make sure that you get some of that important information. One of the things we want you to have is the events calendar for 2026.
Yeah, so let's touch on some key events. You know that we do a virtual event in March, and this year that's going to be from March 4th through the 10th. What that is, it's virtual, so it's kind of go at your own pace, choose your own adventure, do what you'd like, pick the presentations that sound good, that resonate with you, or just go end to end. Some people crash through that. It's usually about 8 hours?
Yes.
And they will just within a day, they're done.
Yes.
And then they go back and they rewatch. The cool thing about this is two things. One, obviously it's an entire week, so you get as much time as you need to go through that 8 hours of content. A lot of rich education, a lot of new angles and ways and presenters that bring information to light in such a way that is inviting, and it's an intense focus on your health and your well-being and how to share that with others. There's also some business presentations in there, right?
There will be, yes.
But because you join us, you get access to that content for life.
That's right.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. So you have a week to get through the 8 hours or so. We aren't sure exactly how much time yet. We'll let you know once we've recorded it all. But you'll have about a week to get through that. But then, like Kai said, you will have access to that in your Solex University account for life. So you can watch them over and over and over. It's a great investment for training, for education, for your health.
Now, one thing I want to point out is on February 1st, we have tickets in the back office. We've had tickets on sale available for the virtual DOD since September. On February 1st, the ticket for the single virtual event is going to increase.
That's right. So if you want to attend, buy your ticket now. If you want to attend you want to come to the live Dave Discovery in Provo, Utah in September, we do have a bundle option that is available, and that bundle will be open and available to purchase through the end of virtual Dave Discovery. After virtual is over, it is no longer available. That brings us to our live event in September.
Yeah.
That will be September 18th and 19th in Provo, Utah. And like I said, those tickets are for sale. Now we're missing one event in the middle of those two.
Yes, it's our leadership event for Platinums and above right now. That's the invitation. We'll have information coming out about how to register for that event. That is you make your way here. We put you up in the accommodations, provide some food to you, and we have a wonderful time. We have so much fun with the leaders that come and join us again here in Utah for that. Both the virtuals, wherever you want it to be, right? Anywhere you have an internet connection, on the beach, at your home, wherever. The live event is in Provo, Utah.
Yes.
And the leadership event is here in Utah as well.
Yeah, it's at Sundance. If you are a platinum leader and you missed the Golden Hire call, give customer support a call to get more information, and we will let you know how to sign up for that.
Well, so those are key events, right? And so you mentioned the leadership event is going to be June 8th through the 11th.
Yes. So what that means is the 9th and the 10th are the actual event days. The 8th and the 11th are travel days. So just plan on those 4 days, and we will have a wonderful time. Okay, something else that we talked about on the Golden Hire call is our Q1 incentives.
Yes, so January, we're already into it. In fact, we're wrapping up one of two incentives that are in play right now. The 1st through the 15th of January, if you bring on somebody with a bundle and a subscription, and that subscription successfully processes, you will not just get your liftoff bonus, we are doubling that liftoff bonus, paying the second half after the subscription has processed, meaning that will probably pay on March 10th, I believe is the day, with February's commission, so that all subscriptions process.
But
that's a big deal.
Just note, that ends tomorrow. So
yeah, so that's
you
right
have one more
away.
Day. Yes.
Yeah. Now through the entire month, we have another incentive just to get things going, right? Just to kind of grease the skids, as it were. To make it a little bit easier for those that are actively sharing Solex and those that you bring on because you actively shared. Through the month of January, enrollment as a Quantum Living Advocate, a QLA, is free. It doesn't cost anything. You just have to place a qualifying order.
That's right. And we have something for each month in this quarter for new people coming on to receive. What is the purpose of this? We want people to look at Solex. We want them to try a new product. We want to give them another reason to want to join. And so what are we doing in February?
In February, we're giving a phenomenal, one of our favorites. It is is blue, methylene blue. You probably have seen something in social media online about the power of methylene blue. We love ours with the colloidals. It is a nano-blended ultrasonic powerhouse that really gets into the bloodstream, starts collecting those electrons and passing those off to the cells. So to do what? To maximize or efficiently run the ATP process within the mitochondria of the cells. That makes, it doesn't differentiate what cell, it doesn't care.
Yeah.
Any cell has mitochondria in it, even from tens to thousands, and they produce energy for the cell to function the way it's supposed to function, whatever it's supposed to do.
We have so many blue testimonials, and we'll probably talk about those more in February. But yeah, blue, one of our greatest products. All right, and then in March we have something that is a new product.
Yeah, so we're doing our energy strips. This is the paraxanthin-based product. This is a molecule within the caffeine structure that doesn't have the downside effects, but the paraxanthin is the positive energy contributor molecule. And it is a very clean energy that you actually don't need a lot of to feel the effects because it's so concentrated. And these are the strips that we're going to be giving away to people that you share with, that you bring to Solex, and they enroll with a bundle and a subscription. They're just going to get it for free.
Yep. So you get the good benefits of caffeine without the negative side effects. We love our energy strips. Okay, what is in it? That's what you're getting. That's what the enrollees, the new people coming on, are getting. What's in it for you as the enroller? We always have something.
Yes. Okay, so from the 1st through the last day of March, if you bring and share and bring on 3 new people with the bundle and a subscription, and that subscription successfully transacts. Forgive me, I always have to give the rules,
You will always
right?
say it.
I will. But if you do that, if you do 3 or more, you're going to get a $150 product credit in the Solex store.
Not too bad.
Whatever you want, right?
Yeah, yep.
Now, if you enhance that, if you go to 6 or more, not only will you get the $150 product credit, you're going to get an additional $300 cash bonus.
I will
That's
take
going to
it.
be paid with your commissions. Not
That
bad,
sounds
right?
good. That's not bad at all. All right, so those are the Q1 incentives, and we will be talking more about them just to remind you, and also for the new people coming on. If this is your first call you've ever seen, we want to make sure that you are welcome here and you know what's going on. So we will be talking about those throughout the quarter. Okay, next, what do you want to talk about?
Okay, we have a challenge going on right now.
Yes,
It's a
we do.
6-week deal. It's called the 2026 AO Challenge, right?
Who's doing it? Raise your
I'm
hand.
in.
I'm in.
I love it, actually. It's really fun. The other day, I remember one of the tasks was to declutter. I think it was day 3. It was to declutter. And I actually took the time. I stopped everything I was doing at my desk, and I went to a drawer that has been annoying me for, I don't even want to tell you how long, but it's more than 12 months. And it's been annoying me for so long that I just pulled everything out. I only put back in the things that I wanted to put back in, and then I did whatever I needed to do with the other stuff that hasn't been serving me at all for obviously more than a year.
And how does it feel?
It felt so great because then right after that I did my inner voice.
Yay.
And actually I noticed that was the balancing effect of inner voice was more peaceful. So anyways, why are we talking to you about this? It's because we have this challenge going on. As a group, as many as we can get, and there's a lot of you doing this, for 6 weeks, we're trying to come together, and we're all kind of in this pathway of using the scanner, of using AOCore as our core base to improve our well-being, right? And I think we're cheering each other on, we're posting about it, we're using the hashtag, right? 2026 AO Challenge.
Yep.
Now, the cool thing about this is it's designed as an evergreen calendar, meaning, listen, you might not have been here on January 5th when it started. So today, you could start today and just run for 6 weeks.
That's right.
You could actually do the proper 6 weeks and be like, I really like that. That improved my overall view of how I'm treating my life. I'm actually taking control and mastering my day. And this is just a subtle thing that lets me remember that I can master my day. Well, do it again. And then do it again if you continue to like it, right?
Yep. 2 things that I like about this. One, I like having this is what you're supposed to do, and do it now. I like rules. I follow rules. I'm a rule follower. So I like someone saying to me, do this, and this is how you do it. I also like, because that's going to lead to consistency. I also like the fact that on day 1, you're supposed to do a vitals scan and keep those results. And then we do this for 6 weeks. And on that last day of the 6 weeks, we do another vitals scan and compare the reports. I can't wait to see what the difference is.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see that. And hopefully, you know what? Nobody has to be perfect at this. The key is to be as consistent as you can be. And every day is new, and every day there's a set of guidelines to help you get there.
That's right.
One thing, okay, we just ran commission runs.
We did, yes.
And part of commissions is it's a new year.
Yep.
We have new people at a new rank.
And they hit that 3rd month of getting to this rank in a really hard month when everyone is when everyone's just kind of off having fun with the holidays. So let's take a look at that.
Congratulations to everybody who did that. Like Shelby said, that was completed in the month of December,
Yes.
where it's really tough to have anybody's attention, let alone being able to build your business. And all of you did. Congratulations. So well done to be consistent over those 3 months. Well done.
Yes, great job. Okay, we have our contest and our top enrollers, and this week we're doing something a little different. We have some special guests that are going to do it for us.
Hey everybody, we are in a pretty special location. Where are we, Julie?
In Canada!
Oh man, this has been so fun being here and hanging out with you. You'll see Julie at Virtual Day of Discovery, which I'm really excited for them to see your videos. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we're going to do the contest and top enrollers, and let's start with the contest. So the question was, what's one small shift you've made in your life that has resulted in a big result, made a big result in your life? We got a lot of submissions here. Okay, Julie, do you want to take the first one?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, Conscious Evolution 369. A small shift that has made my morning incredible is wanding myself at night for an amazing sleep and healing, and then wanding my water in the morning. I feel incredible. That's amazing. I love that.
Cool, okay, second one. Okay, grab one. Okay, I think I got one. You mind holding that for me?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, oh, this is a big one. LaChelle Wieme. All right, congratulations. What's a small shift that has made a big difference in my life? OMG. Well, it's not exactly small, maybe medium. On October 6th, I was complaining to my therapist coach about how frustrated I was that I've been on my healing journey for so many years now, yet still feel stuck and dealing with depression, anxiety, etc. She asked me, "Are you using your hub?" No. I had every excuse in the book as to why I couldn't or didn't have time. She finally asked me, "Look, do you want your brain to get better?" Alrighty then. So that day I committed to using the hub daily for 30 days in a row. It was life-changing. At the end of 30 days, I could tell I was finally getting out of fight or flight mode for the first time in my life.
Wow, good job.
I no longer do it daily as it's complicated to fit it in, but I am scheduling it into all of my work days. It's set up at my massage therapy studio. It truly has been life-changing, and I'm so grateful. Thank you, Solix family. Love you. Wow, Annalise, thank you for that. That's incredible.
It is.
That's
What a
so
great
cool.
story. And a good reminder.
Yeah.
We're so good at
Use
helping
your
other
hub.
people. We need to take care of ourselves
Yes.
too.
Okay, Julie, last one, last
Okay,
winner.
All right. Oh, I got a couple there. Here we go. Oh, I still got a couple. Oh, here we go. One.
They're sticky.
Okay, Cindy Jones 453. A small shift I made in my life that has made a huge impact is not saying negative affirmations or owning any diagnosis. Yes, I thank God He made my body to heal.
Awesome.
Love that.
Cool.
That's great.
And for some of those, if your name wasn't quite clear in your username there, be sure to call in, and so we can make sure, because they just won Youth. A full bottle of Youth is coming to you, so congratulations.
Yes.
Okay, we had some top enrollers too. Mm-hmm. We had quite a tie for second place.
There are a lot.
Yeah, and this is for January 5th through the 11th. Okay, so let's start with second place. We've got Kelly Burkeen.
And Aoscan Brazil.
Christine Baker.
Own Your Life.
Simone Marquez.
And Melinda Love.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Great work. And only one first place winner. And she's going to get an AO Scan sample pass. Who is it, Julie?
It is Paige Wheeler. Congratulations.
Congrats. Okay, so we've got LaChelle Wieme up next, and hope you all enjoy that.
I believe healers are born and not made, but I have also seen that many people do not recognize that in themselves right away. If you are finding yourself drawn to this school, then I would encourage you to pause and ask why. Because often that pull exists because there's something already within you that is waiting to be developed and refined and unlocked. So even if you've never thought about yourself like a healer, maybe somewhere deep inside you actually are. And Susan, it doesn't create the calling, but it's going to give you a pathway, a language, and a professional home. So for the right person, this school, it's not about becoming someone new or doing something new. It's about finally stepping into who you were created to be.
Now, I have this picture of some of my friends who are in a band in Nashville. And people who know me know that I love Nashville so much. I probably go there once or twice a year. And don't get me wrong, like I love live music. Like this girl likes to have some fun, right? But more importantly, the reason I love Nashville so much is because I am such a sucker for dreams. You see, the whole reason I do what I do is because I have been in too many stinking conversations with people who tell me their dreams and then they give up the moment it gets hard. And I am brokenhearted every time I see that. I want each and every one of you guys to experience the wildest dreams that you have, everything that you draw on your vision board, right? And so when I go to Nashville, I watch these guys and every other musician that's playing on Broadway. And if you've been to the town, you know that those guys are not getting paid. They get paid off tips. So if you're not very good, you're not going to make a living, right? And the thing is that everybody else is in the same situation. So you're going to go down the street and you're going to find talent after talent after talent after talent. So you have to be good. And nobody can park near Broadway. And so these guys are literally paying $20 to park in a ramp 4 blocks away, hauling all their equipment 4 blocks, setting it up, playing for tips, taking it down, walking 4 blocks home, going home and doing the same dang thing the next day. Fascinating, isn't it? And I just love watching it because these people know what it feels like to go after their dream. And you know what? It starts with the decision. It starts with the decision. Every single one of us have been given a superpower. You know what that superpower is? It's our free will. It's our ability to choose. Now I can either choose to focus on the drama that's around us, conflict that's around us. We can choose to focus on the fact that I'm not getting what I need from my upline. We can focus on, I live in a small town and nobody is buying anything. We can focus on all of my inner circle thinks that energy is weird, right? Like those are, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, but we all have big butts and I cannot lie. Those are your big butts. At some point, you have to make the decision that your dream and the impact that you're gonna make in the world is bigger than your big butt. You can either allow yourself to get caught up in the drama of what's going on around you, or you can make the decision to find the solution. You can either allow yourself to get stuck into the drama or the scarcity or the I don't know enough, or you can figure it out because you have a desire to make a difference in the world. And I know that if you're sitting in this room, you have that, right? Yes. So let's do it, shall we? Okay. Now, it wouldn't be fair to you if I didn't tell you how to do it, right? And so I will say that I've been working with clients since 2016. And I've done a lot of my own inner work, and I've worked with hundreds of people, both in downlines as well as like with my coaching clients. And I found themes. And as a former professor and researcher, I looked for themes in my job, and so I could see these themes. And what I found is that if we are able to follow a 3-step process, we can shift everything. Step 1 is shift toxic thoughts. There are limiting beliefs that are hiding in the crevices of our brain that are telling us that we're not good enough, that we're not worthy enough, that everybody else has what we want, that everybody else is doing a better job, that I don't deserve nice things, right? That I'm not a good speaker, or that I just don't have what it takes, or whatever the case may be. And you can allow yourself to stay in that stinking thinking, or you can decide to shift those thoughts. Because once you start to shift those thoughts, now you're able to get into phase 2, which is where you start to trust yourself. You guys, I don't care if you believe in a higher power or if you just know the power of intuition, but you are guided. You guys, we're in the quantum space here. We are guided constantly by spirit. And it's not that we don't know that we are. It's not that I don't say, like, I know God is telling me something, but I just don't trust myself that I believe it, right? Like, it wasn't that he wasn't trying to tell me. It was that I just didn't believe enough in myself that I could actually take that step. But once you heal those toxic thought patterns and start to reframe those limiting beliefs, you're going to be able to trust your discernment, because the answers are always being given to us if we're listening and if we're willing to trust it. And then step 3 is all about taking that inspired action. So if I feel in my gut or I'm led by the Spirit to do something, I need to take the stinking action. And when you take the action, guess what's going to happen? You're going to start getting results, right? Don't allow the shame and the guilt to sneak in saying, gosh, I just suck and I don't know why this isn't working. It's just that you have a couple tweaks to make. That's it. We can do this together, okay? All right, so a couple of things that you can do today to start shifting it and to apply that 3-phase flow state money method that I had there, okay? Now, the first thing is to acknowledge the fact that I am needing to acknowledge my present state first. We've talked about this, right? Like, if I'm caught up in anxiety or doubt, I am not going to get clear thinking, am I? There are 40,000 brain-type cells inside of our heart. And there's more information that's going from our heart to our brain than is of our brain to our heart. So we have to address this first. And once I can get into that coherent state, then I can think more clearly. But what can you do right now? Well, we can do inner voice, right? Regulating our nervous system right now with inner voice is going to help us to get into that neutral space when we're ready to actually think about things in a different way. What you can also do is do some boxed breathing, and we're going to demonstrate that here in just a second, but just some nice deep breathing. We have some really great breath experts here in the audience, and so there's so many things that we can do, right? So focus on the now first, because you aren't going to be able to really cognitively deal with this until you get here right first, okay? Now we have to address the past, because if I still have stinking thinking and my reticular activating system is filtering out everything that's not consistent with this really poor view of myself, it's just going to continue down this cycle, isn't it? And recognizing that most of our limiting beliefs are actually formed before we're 7 years old. Crazy. So understanding what those limiting beliefs are. Understanding, hey, I'm afraid of being seen and rejected. I'm afraid of being too much. I'm afraid of being not enough. I'm afraid that I won't be able to handle the success. What if I don't know enough? I'm afraid that I'm not worthy of that success. That feels selfish to me. Friends, you can't have a mission without the margin. So we have to get to the root of what those limiting beliefs are and start to shift them, okay? Once you know better, you do better. So I'm just going to ask you, when you are getting into a space where you're stressed or wound up or fearful, ask yourself, what do I keep saying to myself over and over again? And write it down, because that's a clue, okay? Now, the other thing that we have to acknowledge when it comes to past, again, is that our past failures or experiences or things that happen that our reticular activating system essentially helped to create and help us to remember, like, I'm not successful. Every single person I talked to said no. Is that true? No. But you're filtering out all the yeses. So you have to start to tell yourself what to look for. Looking for the red cars, looking for the success, looking forward, like, you know what, that person didn't say yes today, but she really felt like we connected. And I'm really excited to follow up with her again. Start looking for evidence of what you want to experience so that your body can start to get into the habit of looking for that too. Okay? Now, I want you to also think about when we think about affirmations, I will tell you that 3 of the most powerful affirmations that I have found that encompass pretty much every limiting belief that I've encountered with my clients and myself, the affirmations are, I am worthy. Worthy. All of those insecurities, all of the I'm not enough, all of the whatever really falls into I am worthy. I am safe. My clients hear me say this sometimes, like, but did you die? We catastrophize things, don't we? But did you die? You are safe. If this person says no, you're okay. You can handle it. If you do an event and nobody shows up, it's okay. You can handle it. I am safe. And then the last one is I am capable. I am capable. Because you are. But you have to tell yourself, to remind yourself over and over again. So those are just a couple of the things that I use to help me address the past. Now let's move into the future, shall we? Starting to link into some of the Steffi playlists that are going to help you to step into that vibration is going to be great. Using affirmations with MindSync is super helpful because you are telling yourself and your subconscious who you want to be in order to do what you want to do. Okay? And then I can't forget this because a lot of you want me to. But if you want to focus on the future, then you need to get into action today. Because friends, getting into action does not wait for you to be confident. You become confident because of action. You become confident because you proved to yourself that you didn't die. Okay? Take aligned, inspired action and then prove to yourself that you're capable over and over again. And that will build confidence.
I'm just living my life, holding my voice, growing every day with a clearer drive. I'm getting more in the world.
Don't ask me to do that again. I don't know how I did it. But in 2019, I had the opportunity to put my hand through that board. Now, I want to give you a little bit of backstory because I really, really, really want you guys to focus on what is possible. Not just all the reasons that it isn't, not all the reasons that you haven't been good enough up to now. I want you to focus on what's possible because there's no way that my hand would have gone through that board if I would have focused on the board. I needed to focus on the space after the board. I shot for the space beyond my obstacle. And that is the only reason that I was able to do what I did. Now, I want to give you some context here, you guys, because I think that it's important that you understand that I get you, okay? So in 2016, I started my first network marketing company, and I loved it, and I shot through the top really fast. So I was in like the top 2% pay scale within 9 months. So I was doing okay. This is 2019. I'm going to tell you what I wrote on that board. On one side was the things that I wanted to bust through, and the other side was what I wanted to have on the underside of that, okay? Kind of gets me a little choked up when I think about this because I had 3 years under my belt of so-called success. So when you look around at these leaders, sorry guys, I love you, my fellow leaders, but you ain't all that fancy because you still deal with the same stuff, don't you? Right? So you guys, we're all wearing the same pants, I promise, in some way, shape, or form. So this is me 3 years into my business, successful business, and I wrote that I will offend people. That was a fear. That I will be judged. That people look down on me, that I am not enough, and people don't want what I have. Oh, those are some really stinking thinking things that were going on in my brain a lot. Kind of sad, isn't it? But can anybody relate? So what I did on the other side of it is I wrote, I will have boldly talked to 300 people about my business in 2019. Now I think about that, 300 people is not that much. But I was a huge stretch for me at the time. And I want you to know that it's possible for you. And I also wrote that I will have impacted 2,000 lives by 2021. What are your dreams? What are you ready to bust through? What do you want on the other side? And are you willing to focus on what's possible? You do not manifest what you want. You manifest what you believe. Now, I totally do love the idea of fake it till you make it, but I'm going to give you a 2.0 version. Are you guys cool with that? When you fake it, you are performing without a belief that backs it up. What you need to do is embody it in a way that you have coherence. Let me give you a little bit of review. My biofield is reflective of my subconscious beliefs. My subconscious beliefs are made up of my thoughts, my feelings, my past experiences. When there is a gap between what my head thinks and what my heart believes, my biofield gets incoherent. My nervous system gets dysregulated. There's static that is transmitted between my heart and my head, but also to the people that I'm interacting with. Because of that static, whoever I'm interacting with is picking up on that static. And even though they might not know it consciously, subconsciously, in less than a tenth of a second, they're saying, I trust you, or, yeah, something's off here. Because, again, your biofield is your most powerful sales tool, I want you to start to embody it. So if fake it till you make it doesn't work, what does? Feeling into it. Feeling into it. When you feel like the person that has already accomplished everything that you want, when you embody what that, just the sensation, the deliciousness of it, and you allow your brain and your heart to match, you will start to make a difference, even if what you say doesn't change. I'm going to have you guys do a little exercise with me, okay? If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. If you don't, it's okay, just look down on your lap. But I want you to imagine that you're back home and that you are standing in front of your refrigerator. And I want you to open your refrigerator and you notice the cool blast of air that's coming at you. Okay? Now, on the top shelf of your refrigerator is a lemon, and I want you to reach for it. As you grab it, I want you to feel how cold it is, how firm it is. Go ahead and shut the refrigerator door, and I want you to set the lemon on the counter. Now, you notice that there's a really nice sharp knife on the counter ready for you to take that lemon and slice it in half. And you notice how smooth it was able to cut through that lemon. And I want you to take the half of the lemon that you just cut, and I want you to bring it up to your mouth, and I want you to put it in your mouth. All right, you can open your eyes. How many of you are salivating right now? Crazy, isn't it? Your mirror neurons cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is imagined. So if you can imagine a lemon and it literally causes your body to have a different reaction, imagine what you can do when you visualize your dream life. Visualizing who you want to be. I'm going to have you take it a step further. One of the things that I do in my daily practice is I feel into everything that I want from a vibrational frequency standpoint. And so when I think about the life that I want, and I'm going to challenge all of you guys to do the same, what are the feelings that you want to experience more of? Right? Is it abundance and being able to pay for anything and give, amazingly and all the things? Is it peace because you're sick of running on the hamster wheel? Is it empowerment because you've kind of felt like less than most of your life? What do you want to feel? Okay? Now, because I love the emotional vibrational scale, I know that at the very top, the highest frequencies are love, joy, peace, gratitude, freedom. I can say that slower if you want, but love, joy, and gratitude we've talked about a lot today, right? Peace and freedom are my 2 bonus ones. And what I do is I literally think about love and how it feels, and I think about examples that I have in my life that make me feel love. And then I think about joy, and I think about examples in my life that make me feel joy. Peace, gratitude, freedom. And in my mind's eye, I feel the feeling that allows me to get into the frequency of those things. And you guys, that puts your order out into the quantum, which is full of possibilities. But you cannot order from a menu if you don't know what you want. Does that make sense? Like, you have to know what you want in order for it to come to your table. And so ask yourself, what frequencies do I want? And embody them, not someday, but today. I'm going to tell you, when I was praying and visualizing this morning, I wasn't necessarily visualizing me being on stage. I was actually visualizing me after I got off. And what you guys had to tell me and how I felt, and calling my husband and be like, guess what? I'm done. And doing all the things. I visualized hearing from you guys like, gosh, that really impacted me and I have confidence now, or whatever the case may be. I needed to visualize and feel the feelings of it, because that is me putting my order into the universe that's going to help me to experience that reality. And then from those feelings that you are embodying today, not someday, but today, you start to make decisions from that place. Do you understand that? Like, when you make decisions from a place of joy and gratitude and love, they're going to be much different than the ones that are full of fear and scarcity and overwhelm. What happens when you make decisions in a good way and you follow through on them? You get results, right? And then we get to act with the assumption that it is already done. That lets me get rid of the desperation. It gets rid of the begging in the quantum. I just like, thank you, God. I know you got me. I don't know about how it's going to happen. I don't know all the details. I just know, and that's faith in action. And when we can step into the assumption that it is already here and be thankful before we see evidence of it, it activates the manifestation equation and you will start to receive. Okay? All right, Miss Sarah, would you mind coming back for me? All right, you guys, so I'm going to empower you with some of my favorite tools, and I'm going to have Sarah demonstrate, okay? Because this is what you can do. And I want you to remember that this doesn't have to be just before your next sales call or before you get on stage. This can be before you write an email or follow up with a DM or post on social media. Because of quantum and because of entanglement and mirror neurons from the recipient, they're going to feel your energy and your intention. So when you can get into a coherent state before you get to work, you're going to shift your energy and you're going to shift your results. Okay? All right, so what we need to do is really allow for a mind, body, spirit experience. The first thing I'm going to have you do, my friend, is I want you to stand like Superwoman. Okay. Now, it sounds silly and it feels weird, but I promise you I do this in the bathroom before I get on stage. Because science has actually shown that our body's chemicals are released that improve confidence if we stand like this for 2 minutes. So try it. You're not going to hurt anything. You might look silly, but who cares, right? Let's keep standing. Now, from a body perspective, too, I want you to also get in the habit of, most people get hung up on the price of things. And I got to tell you that you saying it in your head and saying it out loud are way different. And so I want you to use your body and use your vocal cords to practice saying out loud the cost of your services. The AO scan, oh my gosh, it's only $149 a month. Like, it's the best deal ever. Oh, it's $149 a month. Oh, you want to know the best bit? You want me to tell you about it? It's $149 a month. Say it out loud, because what happens if you don't is you're going to stumble, you're going to hesitate, and that hesitation is what makes people feel like, oh, she doesn't believe in this. Oh, it's $149, right? Practice it out loud using your body. Can you practice it out loud, please? $149 a month.
It's only $149 a month.
Say it a couple more times.
It's only $149 a month. It's only $149 a month.
Okay. Say it out loud in your car, at home, whatever. Say it out loud, okay? All right, next what we're gonna do is we're getting into activating our spirit. Now for me, I have a faith in a higher power, so I like to pray because it calms me down energetically. If that's not you, that's totally fine, but it's something that you do. So I was able to pray before I came on stage. I'm like, Lord, you know I've prepped, you know I've practiced, you know I know this presentation inside and out, but I gotta trust that whatever I say is exactly the way it's supposed to happen because I am literally your vessel today. And if I mess up, if I say something stupid, I'm just gonna go with it because it's exactly the way it's supposed to be. Give up the control and just allow for you to be the vessel, okay? So, we would pray. I also wanna demonstrate some boxed breathing. This is very simple. And so what I want you to do, Sarah, is I want you to take a big breath in and for about 4 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4 seconds. Release for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Release for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Even if you're wound up, even if you're scared, even if you're like, oh my gosh, this person's on my chicken list, breathe into it. Regulate your nervous system. Get this sucker under control first because that is going to be less likely that you're going to say something silly, right? So get into that first. I also utilize our amazing AO scan tools, right? So into spirit, I'm using my inner voice to get me into coherence, to get me neuroregulated. I'm using my Cephis. I'm playing wealth, abundance. I'm praying for the recipient of my conversation. Lord, I don't know if they're going to say yes or no, but I just pray that they know that my heart is where it's supposed to be, and I would really love to bless them today if this is right for them. Right? Now I feel regulated, less worked up. You're on stage. This is probably scary, but you feel calm? Yeah, okay, cool. And now the mind. Visualizing this conversation, visualizing the recipient of this conversation. When you are going to use that same script in a minute, I want you to visualize me being like, heck yes, this is what I've been praying for. This is so great, right? Where do I sign up? Visualizing what happens after the fact. Allowing those mirror neurons to start tricking you into thinking that this is already a memory that you have instead of something that you want someday. And then, of course, affirmations. You guys, we have Mind Sync. That sucker is so amazing. Use your Mind Sync, mind, body, spirit, and get yourself into a coherent state, an empowered state before you take action, and you will start to see a shift in your results. Okay? Sarah, do we have a conversation again?
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, so let's do it.
Hey,
Hi,
how are you today?
I'm good.
Good. I've been using this really, really cool tool that's teaching me how to heal itself. Can I tell you about it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've been using it. I don't know exactly what it's all about, but I just push this button and these amazing things happen. I feel grounded. I feel centered. Oh, it's so amazing.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah,
that I can answer for you?
I need to feel grounded and centered. Can you tell me how much this costs?
Yeah, it's only $149 a month.
Oh yeah, where do I sign up?
Come along.
If only, right? But did you notice a shift in her? Yeah, you guys, you can do this too. And it just takes our intentionality and our understanding that we just need to shift ourselves and to know that we have everything that we need within us already. Thank you, Sarah. Bye.
Thank you.
All right, so as we review, we get to put ourselves into coherent state where we become magnets to success and blessings because we have a smooth and solid electromagnetic field that other people feel stable and drawn to. We have fun and we have peace and joy and flow again. Or we can stay in non-coherence where we have this static in our biofield, and other people are like, they don't know why, but they're just like, no thanks. And you struggle with getting your goals, and you continue down this negative feedback spiral. We get to choose, right? We get to take our superpower of choice and make a decision on which one of these we want to embody today. Now, I want to give you a little warning about this, because if any of you guys are like, LaChelle, I did everything that you told me to do and it's not working, I want to just remember that you have to use all of the tools to also reframe yourself, because the thing is that the people on the receiving end of this still have their own SHIT. They still have their own limiting beliefs, their own non-coherent biofield. And so what you're doing when you're doing all the things that I taught you today is that you're controlling what you can control. You cannot control what anybody else thinks, does, or says. You can influence them, but you cannot control them. You can control you. And so today you're going to use all of these tools to control you so that you show up knowing that you did your best, and you release the outcome and you say, all right, next, let's do this. Let's do it. Now, I am just so grateful. You guys, thank you for being a manifestation of mine and literally helping me to fulfill one of my dreams, is being here in front of you guys. And apparently wearing that dress. So as a thank you for some feedback, because I'm such a nerd and I always like to get better, I'm gonna ask that you just give me a little feedback on what you found was helpful, maybe what I could do better, and this is what the QR code does. But as a thank you for this, it's gonna give you a couple of things. It's gonna give you a guide that I created that's gonna give you a high frequency filter that you can run all of your content through, and it will pick up on any desperate energy or wording, and it will rephrase it for you so that you can show up in emails, in DMs, in social media content with really solid, coherent, confident energy. I also have in here a magnetic sales prep checklist, so things to remind you of all the things we talked about is all right there. In addition, what I've done is I've created, is kind of a crazy story, but it came to me at 4 a.m., so you gotta know that it's something beyond me. But I created another tool for you guys. So what it will do is it will actually help you assess your own coherent state and shift it. So you can go into it and assess it and know that you are in coherence before you have that conversation, before you get to work, before you send the emails. Yeah. I know, I'm super excited about it too. In addition, that same tool has the high vibe filter into it, embedded into it, and buyer psychology. So it will help you write social media posts and emails that are from a buyer psychology perspective and filtered in through it so that you feel more confident in the words that you're sharing. Cool? And then my favorite is because, you guys, we can't let this all be cerebral. We have to get into action. And so what I want to do is I want to challenge all of you guys to practice your conversations. And what I did was I built something into this that allows you to have real-time role play with AI from the safety and privacy of your own home. And it will ask you objections, and it will give you real-time feedback of when you sounded desperate or where you could possibly shift your energy a little bit. Okay, so no more excuses. No more big buts. Right? They're done. Because I know that you guys all have what it takes. I'm going to remind you that each and every one of you guys are uniquely equipped with your unique, beautiful story. You are the answer to somebody's prayers. You have everything you need. And I cannot wait to celebrate every single one of your wins with you, because I know that it's possible. Thanks, everybody.
LaChelle does a great job talking to us and teaching us about how to view success, how to work on our success, how to become successful.
How to not be afraid of success.
To not be afraid,
Yeah.
or sabotage our success,
Yeah.
right? Great job, great presentation. If you didn't catch all of LaChelle's, if you just caught the second part one was the week
Last
before.
week,
So
yes.
catch that, put them all together, and really learn at the feet of somebody who is really, truly successful and is teaching us how to be that way as well.
All right, let's do a contest. We want to know. Well, first of all, if you're new here, what we mean is every week we do a contest. We have you enter by leaving a comment on our YouTube channel, not on the live chat if you're watching this during the live premiere, but on the YouTube channel underneath this video. And we ask you a question, and next week we will draw 3 names and give the prize to 3 people. So here's the question this week. What success habit do you admire most in others? Ooh, that will get me thinking.
Yeah, there's a lot, and I'm interested in why.
Yeah.
Right? It could be that they do this really well, but why is that important to you? Why is that really great to you?
Kai always likes the whys, so
Yeah,
added
if you don't
points
define it, if you don't understand why, then yeah, added points. I'll put you to the top of the stack if you have less. Well, what are we going to give away?
All right, we're going to draw 3 names next week and give you AO Zymes, one of my favorite things. I have always, if you haven't heard this before, I'm the Zymes dealer. So if you ever, are sitting there at lunch with me and you're like, shoot, I forgot my Zymes, I got you covered. So
yeah.
AO Zymes next week. We'll see you then. It helps with the digestion, and I am a customer for life. AO Zymes next week. We'll see you then.
Yeah.